Greetings. My name is Jack, and today I will be talking to you about drugs and alcohol and how it has an effect on the body. Not only how it has an effect on the body, but how it has an effect on violence in your community. First things first, alcohol. Well, what about alcohol? What does alcohol do to your body? Well, alcohol typically tends to damage your internal organs, such as your kidney and your liver, and also your brain. It also tends to mess with your psychological thinking skills and also messes with your behavioral patterns. So, a question: when do people typically tend to drink alcohol? Well, people tend to drink alcohol when they are teenagers. 86% of teenagers tend to use alcohol once before in their lifetime. Alcohol typically impairs people thinking skills and even vision. We tend to see more alcohol usage in urban communities versus in rural communities. So the next topic is drugs. Well, what about drugs? Drugs typically are put in communities to make people feel good. But then you typically see drugs as a form of a business in communities. What does this mean? This means such as like drug dealers and stuff like that has a job which actually puts youth and other families in harm's way. Most common drugs that we see in the urban areas today are crack cocaine or even marijuana, sometimes even ecstasy, clubbing drugs. 86% of teens are tested positive when they are arrested for drugs. In an urban community, we tend to see more drug activity just because it was put there to make a living. And also people are able to access the drugs that they need. So we tend to ask the question, how does violence all correspond with drugs and alcohol? Well, violence tends to happen because of the drug usage or the alcohol usage amongst people. And as like I stated before, because of the excessive behavior amongst individuals, then they become belligerent and tend to want to either fight or either kill another individual. That's why homicide rates are increasing amongst individuals due to alcohol and drugs.